I guess the two of you actually were great friends in the movie.
Yes, we
Once.
were. Once we were. Very
Yes, yes,
close.
yes. In the
And then what
galaxy.
happened?
Well, and now, like the best friends, the feelings run very deep and very close to the bone. But what happened was he ran off with his second thoughts and doubts. And there is a job that needs to be done, and director Orson Krennic, who I play, being the director of military intelligence and operations and responsible for making sure the Death Star gets built on time and to perfection, must go and retrieve Jyn Erso.
Correct.
Master scientist, father of Jyn Erso, our lead character.
Also correct. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not easy to develop this kind of characters in a movie like this.
No, I mean, it's not often you have all the time in the world because there's something else going on in the Star Wars universe. But I think that with a lot of these characters, they might have 3 or 4 scenes, but it's enough for some of them for us to relate to them and understand their story and their background. And it's a little rare, maybe. There's a little gray zone in this film that we haven't seen before, and we embrace that.
I think the idea of Gareth Edwards for this movie is quite interesting because it's more than a Star Wars movie, but it's something more epic in some ways. Do you agree with this?
Yeah,
Well,
epic is nice. I don't mind epic.
I think the description is wonderfully flattering, and we'd be mad not to take that description.
Mm-hmm. We are in the midst of the war in this film, the war that we've been talking about in all the other films but haven't seen very little of. And so being in the midst of that war makes it more gritty, makes it more like we are part of the film, and epic, yeah.
And about your first scene together at the beginning of the movie, Gareth told me that he was thinking about a Sergio Leone movie. Yeah. Did you feel this kind of responsibility while you were shooting the scene?
Towards Sergio Leone?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a lot of responsibility coming our way now. No, I mean, but you're right. When I look at it and when we were there, it felt good. And I did miss out on having a samurai sword and just finish it right there. But I think that is the epic thing you also talk about, that we use the landscapes maybe in a fairly different way than we have before. And the Icelandic experience was fantastic.
Mm. But the strength of Star Wars, I think, from the very beginning was that it did draw very much from the classic masters of the cinema. There's certainly always been a strong Kurosawa and Sergio Leone are actually pretty close in a lot of their templates. So it's a great honor to do something of a mock Sergio Leone. He's a master, absolute master.